Well, the iconic tube sign is synonymous with the capital. You're never too far away from the blue, red and white symbol that takes you underground. In the final part of her special series on the tube's 150th anniversary, Ria Chatterjee explores the origins of the sign and how it continues to brand London.
As the underground rolled into the future, developing and changing, its badge of honour stayed pretty much the same. This piece of late 19th century marketing is stamped across the city, distinct and iconic.
It's universally recognized as if it was the Coke symbol. Everybody knows the underground symbol.
It's a gorgeous bit of design, and it is, yes, it means the tube. So I'm not aware of other countries' underground systems having a similarly iconic design associated with them. So I think it's very important.
It first appeared on underground station platforms in 1908. The London Underground logo is so well recognised, and yet its origins are still disputed. Nonetheless, the roundel was intended to make station names clear and distinct from inside the train.
There are lots of kind of urban myths about how it first started, everything from the sort of managing director in the early 1900s going to a shooting range and basing it on a target. But really it came around for practical reasons, so it was really to draw people's eye to the station platforms. And it started as a solid disc with a blue line through the centre. And then in sort of around about the 1920s you see it changing into what we know now with the white disc inside.
During the 1920s, the roundel became a key part of station architecture.
When you get the message right, something simple like that can communicate a really complex thing, such as the underground. You look at it and you understand that it's a transportation system. And I think that's actually an example of design working really well. In an era where rebranding and redesigning is something that everyone seems to want to do, the underground really understand the strength of their brand, and they should be congratulated for sticking with it.
As a Londoner, you probably look out for it every day. It's the city's bullseye. If you need to use the tube, you'll need to aim for a roundel. Ria Chatterjee, London Tonight.
And do you ever find yourself reading the poems on the tube? Unbelievably, they've been part of underground life for more than 25 years. It was back in 1986 that an American writer suggested poems should be brought to a wider audience. On the week the tube celebrates its birthday, we asked one London poet to pen something personal to mark the milestone.
My name is John Hegley. I have used the tube since I was very young. I can remember being on it with my father and being very scared and thinking it was an incredible animal. And I've used it many times since, and am very happy to write this poem for London Tonight and the Poetry Society. It's called Of Mice and Many. Turnham Green and Acton Town, where our right huddles laid 'em down. Wilson, Easton, Dollis Hill, Tottenham, Hale and Hearty still. Thank you, London Underground, and all your staff who get me round. How deep you are. I still find it astounding how deep you are. When you are off, we're off on rants. We cram the bus, and as we crawl like ants upon the surface, then we know the rich resource that's down below. The tube is lubricating. In February, I'm booked to go to Jackson's Lane to do a show. By bus is my intention, yes, but how glad I am that Highgate Station's less than 50 yards across the road. The tube is a nourishing subterranean facility, like a potato, a tuber system. Since that first open carriage load, our underground, how it has grown and flourished. Now grown I do, I must admit, when I have to sit and wait for a service to get through at Edgware Road. But that station does have to accommodate the Metropolitan, the Hammersmith and City, the Circle, the District and the Bakerloo line.
Mind the gap.
Here is to the gaps, the maps, and the elapse of 150 years since that first steaming monster hurled through its metropolitan Minotaur world. And to all the billiard ball-bottom straps onto which I've hung. And here's to the police officer who, when I was illegally busking outside Westminster Station, approached me and said, "Do you know any Neil Young?"
And if you want to see John's poem again, why wouldn't you? Just go to our website, itv.com/London. John is a famous name in the literary world, of course, but celebrities across the globe take to the tube. Also online, you can see pictures of the stars who've been caught on camera in carriages across London and find out the top 10 celeb spots. You can also let us know who you've seen on your tube journey. Still ahead this evening.